Morning. Yeah, weekend's come and gone, and we're just running a few ewes and lambs in now to wean some more lambs. Doesn't look like it's going to rain. A bit more rain forecast at the end of the week, I think, 8 to 10 mil, so which will be good again. So just looking at getting the last of the urea we've got on hand out, and try and get the wheat and the rest of the barley sprayed, and we'll footbath all these ewes and lambs as well while we're going. So there's a bit going on, but no, well, looks like it's going to be a pretty tidy week weather-wise, which will be good. We can be able to get a bit done, and traffic ability. The 4 or 5 mil we had on Friday's not going to Friday morning's not going to upset the job too much. So anyway, we'll try and get these guys in. This paddock here hasn't had a lot of stock on it for a while. The ewes that we weaned the other day, they're actually, if I pull up, might be no, camera's not going to focus anyway. The ewes that we weaned at home are now out the back here. We just put them up on the canal, but the fence must be down here on the boundary fence against the canal, so they've actually found their way into the paddock, which isn't the end of the world. These sort of few pasture paddocks that we lambed down on are starting to come away a bit, which is good. Just haven't had stock on them. So anyway, we'll run these girls in and hopefully it all goes to plan. I was going to show you this, but while we're driving past, walking the ewes, the canola's starting to flower. So there's probably looks more there than what there is, but there's probably 5% maybe, something like that. So when we sort of get to 15 or 20%, we look at putting a fungicide on it, just to protect it. You might be able to see while I'm this new fancy camera, you might be able to see those yellow leaves down the bottom there. So there's a bit of disease there already starting to kick in. So we just put that fungicide on it just to help protect those the flowers and the top leaves. Because obviously the flower is where your grain comes from. We want to protect those big leaves, and look out, all the dogs are getting off chasing sheep. So it's good, nice time of year, springtime. We're nearly into August, so days are a bit longer and warmer, and plenty of flowers around to look at. Come here. Here, come here. Here, come here. Here, come here. Here, hop in here. Just come across this bloke, little echidna. He was just crossing the road in front of me as I was coming back to refill. So, pretty cool little critters. Plenty of spikes. But don't see a lot of them around. And try and flip him over, he'd be welded to the ground. They dig in and hang on. So, pretty cool. Always good to pull up and have a look at them because you don't often see too many of them around. Started on the wheat, so yeah, same again, just chasing broadleaf and getting the fungicide in on this stuff. You might be able to tell with the footage, you've got a bit of yellow here. There is a little bit of disease starting to creep in on this stuff. So yeah, the fungicide will just help keep that at bay. And yeah, so Brendan's spreading there through the fence from me. He's just putting 75 kilos of urea on, and then that's the last of the nitrogen to go on these crops. So he'll come in here after I'm finished in here, and we'll basically just swap paddocks because I haven't sprayed that one yet. So yeah, a bit overcast, but it's not a bad day all the same. Just thought I'd pull up. I've just run out of spray here with this load, and it's getting on about 3:45, so the dew's starting to come in. There's still a bit of breeds. I've got about 30 hectares left in this paddock. Yeah, so we'll get it rolled tomorrow, and that'll be all the in-crop stuff done for a while now. And then yeah, we'll get home tomorrow and yeah, get a knockdown spray on the rice ground. So yeah, it's all ticking along pretty well. Yes, I just thought I'd just show you the crop. It's about knee high, I suppose. And yeah, there's a little bit of disease kicking around. Yeah, something we just got to deal with this, you know, when the season's wet the way it is. But yeah, generally won't be too bad. This bit of fungicide we're going to put on it'll clean it up. You can see here, there's a little white stuff there. That's the urea that Brendan's chucked out. He's still going in the paddock next to me there. Well, we've basically swapped paddocks. So yeah, it's all rocking along, not too bad. Trafficability's pretty good. You sort of see here where I've come from. Does get quite wet. There's a little bit of mud on the tyres of the tractor, but yeah, pretty good. Like when I was in here 3 weeks ago, if you watch the update video on the motorbike, I sort of headed down this way and it was bloody wet, so I sort of pulled out and yeah, headed for the high ground. So, but no, it's all going pretty well. Got a bit of an ish drama with the GPS. You can sort of see the tyres on this tractor are a lot wider than what's on the fence, but we've had to shift the line over. The lines are parallel, like tractor to tractor, but for whatever reason we're about half a metre out. So I have had to move this line over in this tractor because Brendan's been in here before me, and he would have probably had to do the same in the paddock where he is. So anyway, it's you can sort of see, you can see the lines up the paddock there. Doesn't steer all that well, the Fent, with the weight on the back of it. Yeah, it's light in the steering, so makes it a bit tricky to steer. But anyway, yeah, it's getting the job done. Just looking here, the canola. So yeah, you can see the buds are just starting to open up on a few of them, and yeah, it's probably up. Oh, it's getting waist height or a bit better, belly button height. I'm about 6 foot tall, so it's going to get some height about it once the time it's finished, which isn't ideal, but yeah, it is what it is. Just I was talking about earlier on about some of the disease. You can sort of see there's a bit of blackleg, or what we call blackleg, starting to come. So once we get, you know, as I said earlier, 20% flower roughly, yeah, we'll get a fungicide on this, and that'll just protect those leaves, but protect the flower, and the disease can get into the stem, and yeah, so that it'll abort the flowers and abort pods. in time. So each one of those flowers, and you can see there's more of them coming down lower, each one of those flowers will turn into a pod, you know, so about, oh, depends how big, hopefully they're like that big and about that round, but that's not going to happen. But yeah, they'll be, you know, 50 mil long, something like that. So, but yeah, got huge potential if we can get some sort of a spring. If you've been watching on for a while, you would have seen the trouble we had with those rams getting back in. So that's the result. Yeah, obviously got the job done on a couple. There's another little one running around here somewhere. So yeah, look, it's not the end of the world, but it just means we've got ewes having lambs out of season, and they might not join. We'll join again in 1st of November, so another 3 or 4 months. So they probably will join again. These ewes, we keep talking about the containment areas. We just left these ewes here beside the yards. The lambs are here that we've weaned off this morning. I'm gonna let them out onto this grazing crop here. They will be through the fence from their mothers, but the fence is quite good here, so yeah, fingers crossed it all goes to plan and they don't come out in the morning and they're all boxed up again. But these ones they're a bit sore on the feet, as the others have been, so we're just going to keep them here beside the yards for a little while and just put them through the bath for a couple of times for the next few mornings, and just try and get their feet to harden up a little bit. And yeah, we'll probably actually, because we've still got a lot of hay and a lot of silage on hand and straw, we'll probably just lock them in these containment areas and let them eat the straw and the hay that we've got, and we'll leave the good green tucker to the lambs. Yeah, and we'll probably stick a bit of grain into these guys too at the moment. While we're going, usually what we do is we'd usually drench these lambs when we wean them. But what I'm going to do is, once we've got about another couple of weeks, generally with the grazing crops before, we'll lock them up for grain. So what we're going to do is we'll put the lambs on these grazing crops for another couple of weeks, and that'll just give these pastures a bit more of a chance to get away and a bit more growth. And then once we lock the grazing crops up for grain, yeah, we'll drench them then, and yeah, probably we won't give them another vaccine just now. We'll do that when we shear them in a month or 6 weeks time, but yeah, we'll just give them that worm drench just in case. They don't seem as though they're wormy or anything like that, but it's just a general maintenance thing we do this time of year, especially when there's a lot of green tucker around. It's a good one for breeding worms. So anyway, we'll get these little guys out and get them back onto some feed. Come on, video can get something to eat. Well, day's about done. It's actually darker here than what the camera's probably showing. So ducked into town to get a bit of chemical, just for the knockdown on the rice ground. And yeah, the guys are a bit short, but they're going to round that up for us in the morning, so we'll have that. Brendan finished spreading out the back and got the tractor back here, and there was just this little paddock, 16 hectare paddock in front of the house here. I think he got a bit on. Now we can't get any more urea for a fortnight, I think middle of August they're talking. Oh, look out, the security lights come on, the dogs walk past. Yeah, can't get urea for a couple of weeks now, and we'll probably look at booking fertiliser now for the summer crop for an October, November delivery. What I want to do is just have all that on farm because we're going to be busy with hay and harvest. I don't want to be mucking around unloading trucks and that sort of stuff, so we'll probably end up getting that stuff here, you know, late September, early October, and then what we'll do is, because we're going to have crop on 2 different farms, we'll set a field bin up over on at the dairy block, and then it's only a case we can just take an auger over and load the spreader straight out of the field bin, and then yeah, back here at home it's a bit easier because we've got a few more tools around us to load and unload stuff. So anyway, it's yeah, another one ticked off the list. Coming days, more lamb weaning, yeah, a bit more spraying. I've got some contract spraying to do, so we'll try and get on top of it more. Talking 10 to 20 mil Friday now, so yeah, things have dried out. It's amazing how just getting around, sort of a lot of the puddles are gone, and trafficability on paddocks, as you've saw today, is pretty good. So anyway, thanks again for watching. I'm slowly getting the hang of this camera. Yeah, it's just a case of I need to move a bit slower, and just how I probably take the videos too, rather than trying to, you know, do a video of what's going on and then spinning it round and me talking at it. I've just got to learn to, you know, turn it off, turn the camera around, and yeah, I think it'll be good. We're just got to yeah, time will tell, and I'll keep doing my homework at my end, and hopefully it's all better at your end. So anyway, thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Ta-da.